Hey Virgo, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and it is time for March readings. I've got the Light Seers Tarot here, and this month I also have the Familiar Field Oracle, which, if you're not familiar with the Familiar Field Oracle, is an animal spirit sort of oracle deck. Super beautiful. So we'll pull one of these and we'll do the regular sort of tarot reading. And so let me start with my standard disclaimer, which is these are general tarot readings for a general Virgo audience. It might really resonate with you, or it might resonate here and there. So take what resonates, please leave the rest. And I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major placements. So that's your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign. You are, of course, welcome to check out any videos your heart desires. Cross watchers are welcome. But I'm going to go ahead and start the shuffle. I do fast forward the video over the shuffling, so I will catch up with you as I'm about to lay out the cards. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, Virgo, let's see what the tarot has. 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Temperance, and the Sun. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's pull a card from the Familiar Field Oracle. Okay. Oh. That's so interesting because this card is a little bit in contrast with what we've got over here. So, you know what? Let's go through the tarot reading first, and then we'll talk about this one. A seahorse, by the way. Let's look at this. Beautiful. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry about this. Sometimes my camera loves to focus immediately, and then sometimes I have to kind of force the issue. So it's beautiful artwork here. But let's talk about the tarot reading first. Put this to the side because the sort of theme for the month here is the Sun, which is yay. Now, Virgo, I know you're a hard worker. You often go the extra mile. You're super organized and detail-oriented, and you see things that most signs would never even notice, right? But what we've got here is maybe advice, maybe a recommendation, or maybe you know that you need to take it a little bit easy. This isn't about being lazy. This isn't about cheating. This is about maybe doing something just the most basic, straightforward way. Or for some of you, this could be about taking a little vacation. I happen to work, like my day job or my survival job, if you want to call it, is for a school. And we have spring break coming up at the end of the month, so this could be speaking to that. Maybe some of you watching have a spring break coming up. So this would fall into that quite nicely. Anybody who might be taking a cruise or a vacation to a sunny place. This absolutely speaks to that, but there could be a very good reason why you need to dial it back a notch. You may have been working way super hard, and there's kind of a suggestion with this card. I'm immediately reminded of a colleague of mine who just put in a tremendous effort for a work project and did the work of about 17 people for the last 3 weeks. And she just took a day off on Friday, yesterday. And she's going to be back in on Monday. She also happens to be a Virgo. That's why I'm mentioning this. But she just works she does the work of like 5 people. And so like immediately when these cards came up, I thought of this particular colleague because this is just screaming her name, right? So I'm thinking, I'm feeling, I'm sensing that even if you don't have a spring break coming up, even if you don't have, personal time or vacation time, or maybe you don't even have a regular job, and this doesn't apply in the same way. But the sun is suggesting a time when you can, not make things more challenging or difficult, or, not look at all of the details, and just make life a little bit easier for yourself. Just this month, just this once, okay? That's what I'm getting from this card. Just try it, maybe just try it as an experiment, I'm saying. It's here in the cards. How about that? So the first card we have over here, the Six of Swords, is about moving away from kind of troubled waters or choppy waters into a calmer sea, or to a more calm space. And usually that comes with some sort of clarity, with some bit of information or some knowledge. Like maybe you hear something that allows you to make a decision that you're not going to worry about a particular project or being done by a particular date. Or I have another colleague that used to clean up somebody else's messes because they just were not very good at their job. So it could be the sort of thing where you just decide, I am not going to clean up after them. I'm going to let the you-know-what hit the fan, and they'll have to face the consequences. It could be that kind of a thing. And your life becomes less complicated because you're not taking on responsibilities that aren't somebody else's. So it could be that kind of a thing. Whether it's a revelation or a decision you make on your own, something causes your life to become less sort of complicated or chaotic, and there's a move to a more kind of smooth, even keel existence. We see this over here as well with the Ten of Swords. Tens are typically the end of a cycle that make the way for a new beginning. So again, using the example of that thing where you say, I'm not going to do my colleagues' work that they consistently neglect. I'm not going to clean up everybody's messes. Moving forward, I'm only going to be responsible for myself. That's the end of that chapter of being like giving too much, and moving forward, I am only responsible for myself. That could be the sort of end of one cycle, beginning of a new cycle. It could be something like that. Sometimes the Ten of Swords can come at the end of a painful cycle, when something that had caused you pain is finally over. And it's not pleasant entirely that it's over, but it means that you can move on. An example of that might be a breakup of a relationship, where you hadn't been sure where you stood with a person, and then finally either you or that person just decide, this can't go on. That could happen with a job as well, or a roommate situation where you just kind of go, this can't continue. And maybe there's some unpleasant cleanup duty, or, giving notice isn't easy, or, kicking a roommate out isn't pleasant, and having to take on the next month's rent by yourself isn't pleasant, and having to find another roommate isn't pleasant. But once that's done, there's a new chapter. And what happens next after whatever sort of this unpleasant is, whatever the next chapter is, what we have here is a more balanced chapter. The Temperance card very much speaks to a time when you find more harmony in your life. It's like the higher octave of moving on to a smoother, sort of calmer place. This is a major arcana card. It's the sort of rebalancing, the stabilization. It's like the sanity returns. But more than sanity, it's like the heaven sent, or the sort of cosmically sanitized sanity. You can see, let's see if we can get this in focus. Do we want to be in focus? My apologies for my camera. There we go. Okay. Because we want to get this cute human, like this earth angel. Is it a cute human being, or is it a cute angel? Like, we probably shouldn't lust after angels, but sometimes it's hard. So this cutie, this divine creature, we'll say, is suggesting, that this temperance, this return to harmony, this rebalancing is blessed. Or whatever term you want to use to indicate that the yin and yang, the balance of the balance returns to your life, is sent by the universe or the divine or spirit or the creator, however you understand that, the force, if you will. March is all about working smarter, not harder. And so your mission, should you choose to accept it, is, it may be a challenge not to take on the challenge, if you see what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to take on everybody else's messes. You don't have to clean up after other folks. Just being responsible for the most straightforward sort of way for your own tasks, or, wherever it is. Maybe you don't have a regular day job. Maybe it's just your sort of family business, or you don't have to take care of worry about what your neighbors are doing. Whatever it is, you'll probably know in what area of your life you tend to overreach, or you tend to take on too much. Your challenge this month is knock it off. Okay. I hope you know I say that with love and support, Virgo. Now, I think I've belabored that enough. Let's take a look at the seahorse. Now that I've gone through all that, now I can see what this seahorse is saying, because the seahorse is like, look at these keywords on this seahorse. Oh, now we got to get this guy in focus again. Okay. So now let's review. The keywords on this seahorse. Oh, come on, guy. Okay, well, you might have to take my word for it. But the keywords are sacrifice, caretaking, and rigidity. So that's a funny way. Up to this point, all of the animal sort of wisdom guidance have been guiding forces, right? But this is a funny way of saying, we're not doing this. You're not doing sacrifice. You're not doing the over caretaking and the rigidity anymore. This is the exact opposite of what this reading is suggesting you do. All right? This is literally the exact opposite of what this reading is suggesting. So that's why this guy is showing up. So we're gonna acknowledge Seahorse and thank Seahorse for being hilarious. And we understand the spirit in which this message is intended. That this is the before, and this is the after. This is the march. So thanks, but next. In the immortal words of a pop princess. Thank you next. All right. So there you have it, Virgo. I hope you love your reading. I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this reading, please remember, check out the other videos for your other placements, your sun, your rising, and your moon. If you enjoyed this, I invite you to leave a comment, subscribe. But in any case, thank you so much for dropping by. Please take good care of yourself. Until next time, bye for now.